Over the past 2 years, I've worked with dozens of e-commerce brands and helped them generate over $10 million from email marketing campaigns alone. One of the key factors that made it possible were email designs. And this is also one of the most common themes I see whenever auditing Cleve account. Brands don't really know how to design email marketing campaigns. That's why in this video I'm going to show you exactly different types of email campaigns and how you can design them to make sure they're converting very well. So let's get right into the video. As you can see, there are multiple examples of campaigns that I've prepared. I'm gonna walk you through all of them pretty much, but at some point you're gonna notice that the main theme across all of these campaigns is the structure itself, right? So looking at the first campaign, if you break it down, then you have obviously logo, then you have header, subheader, call to action, right? This email is different, that's why I also included it, just to show you different examples of emails. Same goes for this email, header, then section break with the image, subheader, call to action, that's it. Same goes for all of these ones, and I mean, you can clearly see that, there are different examples, each campaign is different, but you can easily follow that to make sure that you're having very high click-through rate, because what it does and what's the purpose of it is that whenever someone opens an email, whether it's desktop or mobile, although majority of the times it's gonna be mobile devices, the first thing they see, or they should see, should be the header, subheader, and call to action. That's why in some cases we're keeping it super tight if the offer is super clean, or whenever we're running any kind of sale pretty much, like in this case, it's 50% off, right? So we want people to see the offer as the first thing essentially. I mean, there's also a logo here, right? But it's kind of like very nicely incorporated that it's not too flashy, and the main offer is driving majority of the attention, which was our idea pretty much. So the structure of the email, once again, you have a logo, you have header, subheader, call to action, and then section break with image, or sometimes you can switch these, but usually you want to have this section that, okay, if someone sees only this part, it could be an email itself pretty much, right? It's very short, very to the point, very sweet, very easy to digest what's going on. Same goes for this one, where we have, it seems like there's a lot of information, but the way we split it is we do different colors, different sections, like for example, this 10% off. Then you have also, we're mentioning the colors that are, people can buy at the discount because it wasn't for all the products, just for specific colors, and then call to action. And then we have a section break with image and more copy, right? And then still, it may seem that, some of these emails are very long. And first of all, we found that long emails tend to do very well as well. Like, it's not only that short emails like this one do well, because people sometimes like to be educated, they like to learn more about the brand itself. So that's why, once again, we're trying to just push more information into some of these. And as you can see, there's like very healthy mix of different content across all these 4 emails. It's like one brand. This one is a little bit longer, but it has nice icons, nice section breaks just to split it up. This email, super short, like literally 1 sentence. This one, another example, mainly promoting the offer, mainly showing what's going on, and then call to action, and then 3 sentences, call to action and call action sections. And then this one, same thing, so header, subheader, call to action, then a few more sentences here, and then call to action to buy 1, 2, or 4 packs, right? Very simple. Same goes for this email, another super short one where you pretty much have like 3 sentences and that's it. And it may still seem like it's very long email, but it's not, because the copy is short, it's digestible, and so on and so on. If you're running a jewelry brand or a clothing brand, and the main theme of the email is a discount or the offer, this type of emails work great, just because these types of email are like designed especially to promote the offer and then show best-selling products. Like, that's it. That's the main thing you want people to see. But going back to the main topic of the video, you already know about this section, which is like very intro of the email, right? And I mean, I can like drag and drop because we use Adobe XD to design emails, but still, this is like the main section of the email. And then after this section, you can pretty much play with multiple content blocks, if you will. So sometimes you can add reviews here and then have call to action. Sometimes you can just have categories where people can shop and then have call to actions. Sometimes it can be like here, just a ton of copy, but answering 2 questions, which are like quite common objections, right? Another example, it can be really anything, just to make sure that you always end this other section with CTA And sometimes it doesn't have to be one section. Like as you can see, this email is a great example, so I included it here, because technically this part could be one email. Then this is another section where we just like kind of clarify the terms of the sale and how people can qualify for a giveaway and so on with call to action. And then we have another section which links to categories or collections, right? And this is a very clear structure, because even though there's a lot going on, all of the call to actions go to the same place, and that's another important thing. So whenever you send an email, you really want people to take one action. Like you don't want to be promoting giveaway here, then asking them to follow you on Facebook here, and then telling them to read your latest blog article here. That's too much. Like I guarantee they won't click on any of these. If you're asking them to do all three, you'll be lucky if they click at least one, like the first one. But other than that, you really want to have one CTA, focus on one call to action, and that is the main theme, like really, because other thing is that if you have more links in the email, it's gonna worsen your deliverability, but that's like topic for another video about deliverability in itself. But yeah, this is pretty much it. And then after you have all of these sections, like I really like this email because it's a very clean example. It seems to be pretty long, but it's very easy to read, easy to digest, and that's the most important part. So the first part of the email usually never changes. Then we like to do either a lot of copy, like here, or we like to do short copy call to action, or we like to go sometimes to collection sections right away. If it's gonna be a sale email, right, like this one for example, you could as well delete this entire section and just go straight to linking collections pages. The main reason why we have added this section is to clarify the giveaway terms, so that we're not getting a ton of feedback from people or questions, okay, how does it work, or I didn't win. We don't want people to be mad at your brand for sure, so that's why you need to clarify stuff, right? But then you can also add in some reviews. If you would like to add reviews, you could also add reviews here. And then the way we end the email is also always the same. So for each brand, we develop like 3 to 4 icons, which usually talk about your USP or some other important, stuff related to your brand. And then we end it with a logo, of course. So you can see clearly these 3 icons, right? This is like a feature because it reinforces proper breastfeeding latch. So this is very important for the customers of this brand. That's why I've included it. Also the material it's made of, and so on and so on. In some cases, we also have like information about shipping, guarantees, about money back guarantee, refunds, materials, and so on and so on. Like here, free shipping, the crystals that jewelry is made of, and then how many reviews they have or like happy clients they have. Anything like that really works. If you have buy now pay later, you can also use this as an icon, but I really recommend you put one of at least 3 to 4 of these to the footer at the very bottom of the email, and you always end the email with these icons and then logo, and then of course a subscribe section, which you must have. Like always include unsubscribe link, because otherwise it's gonna mess up the deliverability big time and it's gonna be very hard to fix it. So make sure you always allow people to unsubscribe, because if they want to do it, they'll do it anyways. It just comes down to if they want to do it easy way, or if they want to mark you as spam to Gmail, and that's gonna make things worse. So that is the very basic design of the email. Like whenever we're sending campaign, you're gonna use this kind of design majority of the time, where we have once again header, subheader, call to action with section break with an image, then some other section or block where you have just either copy and call to action, or collections, or you show reviews, or you insert another photo, you insert maybe icons to explain your USPs, maybe some comparison table, you versus other brand, whatever that may be, you can insert it there, and then you end it with these 3 icons and then logo, and then unsubscribe section. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but there are some emails where it's gonna be disrupted, so it also makes sense to like stand out and don't make all of the emails the same theme. That's why I included emails for this brand, because you can see there are like 4 emails, but everyone is different. Like this one has different header, even different colors for header. This one has completely different theme, but that was like also on purpose because the brand was running it across the website. But still, it's very cool to have different themes or colors for your emails, even if it's only switching the logo, colors, or header, just because people will get used to receiving emails from you if you send a lot. We don't want them to think, okay, this is another brand, this is like the exact same email they sent me. So we really want to make sure that every single email stands out and it's different. That's why we don't always like religiously follow the format of header, subheader, call to action, photo. We always switch it up like here with an image after header, right? And people still want to see subheader and they will still see that. That's why we switch things up to make it a little bit more spicy and make sure that people aren't annoyed or like bored with our emails. This email is another great example. I mean, you don't see a call to action here. That's why I included it on purpose, because it is a little bit different. But this was pretty much the idea, right? Like we only have like one sentence, like check out this video, and we have an iPhone with play button where someone clicks on that to play the video, they will get redirected to the Reels, to separate page to watch the video. That's why we don't have like the button or call to action right away here. We have call to action within this section where if someone plays the play button, it's acting like as a button, right? So that's why we made it like that. And once again, it's very short email. It's actually one sentence and preview of the reel. And trust me, it has worked extremely well for this brand. Of course, the video itself was also great. Like we didn't choose any random video. We chose this video on purpose because we knew it was great and was covering multiple customers' objections. But it has worked like a charm. That's why I included this email so you can see it as an example. Another one where it's like strictly sale. I mean, quite simple. A few sentences showing products like, you know, closer shots, further shots, and so on. So that's why I wanted to show you that, because it's very, very easy. And you can also play with call to actions a little bit, like they don't have to be shop now always, right? You can switch them up, shown up and cross your fingers, shop now, try any pacifier, and so on and so on. That's why you can also switch them up. But yeah, another example. And then this email is another great example where pretty much entire email is included in the mobile device, which once again is something different, and we have just one call to action text task because we just wanted to showcase what's in it for the customer to subscribe to our SMS list. And then once they do, they just have like one call to action, text us, and that's it. And these kinds of emails also do well, where you have just like one main theme and one call to action. They're very short and snappy and to the point, and they work well because there's not much going on. Simple email, simple call to action, very easy to take this action, and people are incentivized in this case. That's why I recommend it. Another great design. And last but not least, wherever we have a sale, we are running any kind of sale, discount, offer, whatever that might be, this type of emails work super well. Like if someone has been on your list for a while, or even if they're new and they're running a huge discount or promo that, you know, the offer is better than the welcome offer, chances are they don't need much convincing, because still for majority of the people, the main objection is gonna be price. Like when you ask someone, hey, why didn't you buy? It's most likely gonna be it's too expensive, I don't see it's worth it. And of course there are multiple ways to solve this objection, like to increase the perceived value, maybe create some bundles, maybe to educate people more about the brand. Of course all of this works, but whenever you have a sale, people are gonna care about the pricing and the offer. So we don't like to make this email super long. You just have the offer, showing them how much they can save, right? Because that's also important. And then claim now, and that's it. And some lifestyle photo, and then product photos, because we know these are best sellers, so we included them. If you have like a few collections pages like this brand, you can include just 4 of these, right? So the email itself would be just this part of the email, which is offer, button, and then maybe some lifestyle photo, and then collections were like here, right? And then essentially you could end the email. If you don't feel like that's enough, you can also add in some reviews. You would add them below these collections pages, right? Like here, for example. But all in all, that would be enough for the email, if it's a sale email, right? If you're not like educating people or telling them more about the product, about the brand, that would be 100% enough. Like I guarantee it would do extremely well, because we've done it before. We're doing it quite often for whichever sale is going on, and these emails always do perform well. So this is pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that right now you know how to design emails and you know how to do it. But if you still have questions, if you don't have maybe ideas on how to design emails, you can check out my other video where I show you how to create email campaign calendar month by month, so you can just, you know, generate ideas and send unique emails. But if you're looking for someone to handle your email marketing and prepare emails like these to perform extremely well, and you want your Klaviyo to make up between 30 to 50% of your total revenue, you can book a call with me using the link in the description down below. We're gonna have a quick chat. I won't be hard selling to unless you want me to. So make sure you check it out, and see you in the next one. Cheers!